Hey guys, so for this video, I just wanna give y'all tips of how to actually look deep into yourself and look at trauma back then and what you can do to counter it. And we all have trauma, we all been through them, but we cannot let it control us. Because the more we let trauma control us, the more it's just gonna fuel our self-worthlessness, and it will fuel more self-hatred too, depending on the trauma. Or it may feel more isolation. It may feel more of you just don't wanna be around anyone at all. That means you just straight up just go somewhere where there is no people and people are barely even there. So let me give you some tips of how you can actually find yourself and how you can put the courage into it to counter it. So the first thing is, how was you raised? How was you raised as a child? Some people can't look back that far, but there are people out there that can. So the first question to ask yourself is, how did your parents treat you? How did the one that you was raised with treat you? Like how the worst moments of your life as a child, how did they actually treat you? Like, for example, for me, whenever I was pretty much not in school, my mama trusted Joey to be my homeschool teacher. And I think I was 5 years old. And as a 5-year-old person, even as a younger than that, I was just a bit hearted child. And here's how pretty much my cousin Joey treated me, and how I know that is also part of my genuine self-hatred. So for Joey's case, you cannot be a 9 out of 10 on your math. If you are not a 9 out of sorry, mistake. If you're not a 10 out of 10, if you're not A plus on the school, you get a whooping. So if you're not a 10 out of 10, you straight up just get a whooping. You go to timeout. I'm telling you. And that is also fuels self-hatred. It's saying that you have to be perfect in order to be good. So if you are a 9 out of 10, then pretty much it's saying that you're not good. And that can also look at the other side as the worst what happened to you. try to understand that, like, if you are not perfect, then pretty much you get the worst that happens to you, or you get something that you don't like. And now try to like think about it for your like case. How did they treat you at your worst moments? Like, there could be like, if you do not clean out the house, then you get a whooping, but from like a strong belt that actually hurts worse than a regular rubber belt. Or if you do not do your parents' feet, then you just get the worst happen to you. It's just like examples pretty much. So try to like look at your like past as far back as you can remember, and try to like actually understand it. And another thing you also gonna have to look at is when you were a child, how was you? When you were a child, how was you? So like on the other side, I was a bit harder person. Like that's one of my examples. I was a bit harder person. Maybe like you back then was a extremely stubborn child, or like you was a child who just loved to sing a lot, and or you was a child who just loved like showing a lot of compassion. So try to look at like the positive aspects of you. Like for example with Joey. He laid in his bed and he did ask me to get him juice. And me, I was a bit harder person, and I just straight up just went in there and got it for him. And also when Joey like also hit the kids, I went up to them and tried to like give them a pat on the back and even want to like absorb their emotions. Cause my heart couldn't ignore crying. So try to like look at your positive aspects of who you are. Here's another example. Whenever I was like in my teens, I was just all I was just a person that like to like make origami and give it out to people because I love to see the smiles on their face. Or like the time that my when I was like I think 8 years old, that pretty much the reason why I just cleaned the whole house is to make my mama happy. And I was just there by myself and my mama was at work. And the reason why I made her whole house shine, mop it, clean the dishes and everything, It's because I wanted to see the smile on my mama's face. So yeah, try to look at positive aspects of you when you were a child. And that can also be part of the reason how you act today too. And after you look at both positively and negatively, also another thing I want you to do is think about it. How can I counter it? And in this case, think and counter. So, like for example, like if I just like get something like a not that many like views on YouTube, I still show gratitude and push past that self-hatred because deep in I feel that strong self-load and feel like I'm not good enough. And one day I did and still continuously keep doing it is show gratitude. Use your words positively, like positively. Like pretty much, like let's say I only have like 10 viewers. Instead of looking down, I say, I thank you, Lord, for these 10 viewers. Show gratitude. Or I can say, I appreciate that I have these 10 viewers and I'm glad that people watched them. You see, gratitude. Show gratitude and appreciation for what you got. And still accept them. Like if you like pretty much have only a bronze medal and your friend has like gold medal and your other friend has a platinum medal and a giant trophy, still you gonna feel that small envy or not, or self-loathe or whatever type of person you are. Still show gratitude. Appreciate for what you got. Because if you look behind you, the rest of them don't have a single medal. Some of them are envious, some of them self doubt, but some of them appreciate and have fun with the race. So I'm telling you, do not like show any like doubt and still get rid of that negative energy because you don't want that stuff to spread. And another thing about thinking and counter is especially for how your like parents treat you and whoever treats you. Like let's say you have a narcissistic parent. The best thing for you to do since they've been treating you bad is to cut ties with them. Tell you once you have that control, or you can even do it in like your early childhood. Tell you once that wisdom comes in, you immediately just get out of there and immediately get help. And that is wisdom. And you know that people been treating you badly. So you immediately get help. That is your conscience becoming alive. Instead of you keep getting like destroyed and flattened over time. You just saying you had enough. And you decide to call someone or go to your house and say you need help. And people gonna wonder where your parents are. And this is where pretty much certain people come in. Like, I'm telling you, some people just will say, honor your parents. They're the ones who are raising you and keeping you up. Especially for those who like pretty much walk back with them and they see the narcissistic parents, and the narcissistic parents just be all charming and say, I didn't treat him wrong. Which they are lying. I'm telling you, that you can see it in the child's eyes that he is calling for help, but most people just want to stay on the surface instead of understanding what is wrong with him in the first place and why he escaped. Most people just don't want to like dig deep into the surface and try to find out why is he like that. Most people just think like along like the grass is green, everything is fine. But can that child be experienced? When you dig deep into the surface, you will see a lot of broken stuff that he is been hiding. And once you understand that, it will it will change your mind. Or for some people, it just doesn't change your mind. And I'm telling you, try to like understand yourself. Try to look at your shadow and look at the positive side of you. Because like some people have traumas because of their beauty, and they immediately just pretty much stay isolated all the time. Like for example, let's say that you are like a very hot, beautiful woman, and you are very uncomfortable of people worshiping your beauty. And you decide to just stay isolated the whole time, let's say with your parents, and not go outside a bit. And that can fuel low self esteem, isolated, loneliness, depression, even shyness. Do you try to understand that? Like, do you see? Rem- Remember, like, a lot of people will look at hot, beautiful women and think they have high self esteem. And I'm telling you, not all hot, beautiful women have high self esteem. Some have low self esteem. So, this is one thing. Don't judge outward appearance. Like, you can even be a 7'6" man and still have extremely low self esteem. It may not make sense in the human case, but I'm telling you, it comes from the past. It's pain. You can be a dwarf person, or let's just say midget. You could be a midget and have high self esteem. Higher self esteem than a taller person? And most people the midget's supposed to have lower self-esteem, but he has high self-esteem. So how you was grown up can easily affect you in the future. And another thing is, just because all of this happened in the past, still, do not let the worst things in the past defile you. Just because, like, pretty much we all, like, done the worst, like, for example, we just, like, had a chair and just hit, like, our, like, dads. And pretty much, tell you, when you're 21 or, like, even in your 30s, don't let that stuff defile you. Take accountability and move on ahead. And watch out for people who use that against you, because I'm telling you, people will use that stuff against you to try to shame you and try to control you. So yes, be aware who you give your personal information to, because this is one of the lessons that I learned. So be cautious and try to look deep into yourself and your, like, deepest thoughts and understand yourself. And just know, the one who made you still loves you, even though you done all those bad stuff. He already forgave you, but that doesn't mean he forgot. He still remembers, but he wants you to keep moving forward, because if you try to look back, then you get turned into a pillar of salt. So looking back is just gonna make everything worse for you. So I hope that y'all understand this. As always, God bless y'all. Peace out.